What is going on, guys? This is Daniel, and I got a bunch of requests to do a breakdown of a game from the 2008 Celtics, so that's exactly what I'm doing. They played the Lakers in the NBA Finals and beat them in 6 games, so I watched Game 6, and there's a lot of things I want to point out to you guys, so let's get to it. As you all know, Doc Rivers was the head coach for the Celtics, and Tom Thibodeau was their assistant back then before he got the head coaching job with the Bulls. And Phil Jackson was the Lakers head coach. The Celtics were led by Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, sharpshooter Ray Allen, and young point guard Rajon Rondo. The Lakers were missing Andrew Bynum due to injury, but they still had Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, and Lamar Odom. Here the Lakers split the post, where they'll pass it to the high post and 2 guards will cut around him, and after that they nicely flow into a screen and roll, but Kobe turns it over. Now I like this. Watch Kobe hit Lamar Odom at the high post or pinch post before the defense is set, so he can come back for a give and go to try to get an open shot. This is a great way to catch the defense off guard. Clever Laker offense here. With only 1 second on the shot clock, they nicely throw it up to Kobe, who puts it in. But in my opinion, the Laker offense suffered in this game due to Kobe Bryant isolating too much, just trying to do his own thing. Against bad teams, he may have been able to score consistently, but against a great defensive team like this 08 Celtics team was, with very good perimeter defenders, this was not a good idea and they should have ran the triangle more. Here Kobe gets doubled at half court, so he nicely gets rid of it, but the Lakers spacing is so poor, they get a 3-on-2, but Rondo could guard 2 Laker players because they're standing right next to each other and they get a bad shot. Watch when a Celtic gets doubled at half court, they get rid of it, but look at this great Celtic spacing. There's no way 3 Laker defenders could guard this, and KG makes the right decision to get it to PJ Brown, who gets fouled. The Celtics ran this play a few times where KG will receive a back screen from Pierce, and here it works to perfection as they get an alley-oop. Watch them run the play again, and this time Kobe switches on to Garnett, a mismatch, so they go to Garnett in the post, though he can't convert. If the immediate alley-oop to KG isn't open, he simply seals for a post-up, and here he does score. This is a play I'm a fan of, where they'll swing the ball around and shuffle cut Eddie House looking for a layup, and Pierce will come in behind him looking for a post-up. If none of that is open, they execute a page out of the triangle offense where the wing will pass it to the corner, the wing will cut through, and Pierce will go screen the ball. They get a switch off of that with Fisher on Pierce, and he draws a foul. Horns is an offensive set with the point guard with the ball up top, 2 high post players, and 2 wings in the corner. They run basic screen away action out of this, where they'll hit the high post and screen away, and I think Pierce should have taken this shot right here. He doesn't, which stalls the offense a bit, and they turn it over. Here's a nice little wrinkle I've seen more of recently, where they'll hit the high post, and the opposite high post player will screen the ball, and they get this, but Radmanovic can help one pass away on PJ Brown, only giving up a long 2. The Celtics also had enormous success from a play called floppy or single double, where Ray Allen would have screens on both sides to choose from, and here he curls it, and they get a 2-on-1, and he nicely finds Big Baby Davis, and he gets fouled. This time you'll see Vucevic try to go on the high side of the screen, so Allen simply flares it to the corner and hits a 3. Again, Vucevic tries to go on the high side, Allen flares it and gets wide open. Again off floppy, this time Vucevic falls down, which leaves Allen wide open once again. And here they're trying to run floppy, but the Lakers nicely double Pierce at half court, throwing them off, and Pierce turns it over. Boston also had great success with a Pierce Eddie House pick and pop, and here Jordan Farmar hedges, which leaves Eddie House open for a 3. This time off of it, it's Pierce who can step into an open 3. Again a Pierce House screen and roll, and this time they get a Laker to help one pass away off James Posey, who's a decent 3-point shooter, but he doesn't shoot it, no problem of course, as they can draw a foul. And this time Fisher fouls House, and Boston was in the bonus, giving House 2 free throws. Again, a Pierce house screen and roll, and this frees up a driving lane for Pierce, and he can kick it to KG, an elite mid-range shooter. And for anyone wondering, the defensive rotation should have been Farmar going out to KG and Gasol going out to Eddie House. This doesn't happen. And watch here, off your average screen and roll, Leon Poe could flash to the high post looking for a high-low opportunity, or he can drive and get fouled. Moving on to defense, and notice how Kobe can help one pass away off Rondo because he's not a good shooter, and here he misses. And here Kobe goes under a Rondo screen and roll, forcing a long two. Notice here how the Lakers can aggressively double KG in the post off Rondo with only fear of a jump shot or a contested floater. Notice with Rondo on the bench, LA doubles Pierce in the post, but Boston nicely moves it and finds James Posey, a solid shooter, for an open three. The Lakers rotation should have been like this, with Ronny Turiaf going out to Posey and Kobe dropping down. Watch Boston double the post, they nicely recover and make the Lakers reset. And Perkins can come over here to help contest the shot. Watch Rondo double the post here off a cutter, which is like playing with fire. He gets the steal though, and nicely finds Ray Allen in transition. But watch what usually happens as Pierce doubles off the cutting Walton, and Gasol easily finds him for a layup. But often, Boston didn't even double the post because they had good strong post defenders like Perkins and KG, and here Perkins forces a pass and Kobe hits a very tough shot. Again, Perkins can't hold his own against Gasol, who misses here. And watch PJ Brown nicely pull the chair on Gasol, forcing a turnover. The Celtics defense was so stout, even when Kobe splits two Celtics, KG is right in position to help, they force it out, and Rondo uses his long arms to force a steal. Watch here how Posey nicely forces sideline, not allowing middle, but PJ Brown is a little late on his rotation, and they foul Walton. Rondo nicely enters the post and cuts around Garnett here, and he kicks it out, and Allen hits a three. What went wrong? This should be Radmanovich rotating out to Allen, and Kobe would take his man. And you never allow middle on a screen and roll, as it puts the sagging big man, here Gasol, in a 2-on-1, and Boston scores easily. And watch the Celtics players. Perfect man-to-man defense positioning. It almost looks like they're in a zone, no player too close to his man, just great stuff. And after the win, you can see the excitement in players like KG.
Anything's possible. Anything's possible!
Well, there you have it. You can see how great that 08 Celtics team was, and how well coached, and Tom Thibodeau, the assistant, in my opinion, became an even better coach in Chicago than Doc Rivers. Well, thanks for watching, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and see you next time.